navigating our way through our emotions can be the most challenging and beautiful part of this human experience. And I think that is why I take a lot of interest in them, because they literally dictate every single moment of our lives. And the things that we remember and the memories that we create are all revolved around the emotions that we feel in that moment. And I think it's amazing to see how far we've come as a society to expressing and being open and showing these parts of ourselves which have been taught to be suppressed. And emotional intelligence and emotional healing is evolving on like a global scale right now. But I also feel at the same time that there are, more avenues than ever to take to be able to suppress our emotions as well. It can be said with absolute confidence that, we can live a life completely, disconnected from our emotions, more easily than ever. And I think I'm living proof of this. I've found my own avenues to, distract myself from feeling emotions that I don't want to feel and just feel the good ones and not feel the bad ones. But, I just think that this ability to allow our emotions to just flow like they did as a child is our natural state. It is how our biology works. We are humans of feelings. We are humans of emotions. When we suppress these emotions, when we don't allow them to move through us, is us going completely against our natural biology. To know thyself, as Marcus Aurelius says, is, to be able to listen to ourselves, to be able to listen to the whispers of life, which are these emotions. And, maybe there is a situation or person which triggers you or triggers certain emotions that we struggle with. I think it's an opportunity to ask yourself, what's the message behind this emotion? I feel like there's this common, belief around releasing emotions, and, when we have something come up, that it has to be, this huge catharsis. I'm finding that, yes, okay, this may be necessary at times, but it's not how we have to deal with them all the time. I think, I'm finding it's interacting with them as if, they are, your closest friend. Just like how we talk about how we're feeling with somebody, and maybe they don't even say anything back to us, but we just feel better by, having talked to someone. We just feel better by having let it out verbally. Our emotions almost work in a similar way. Sometimes they just need us to listen to them. Maybe we're not doing something that is aligned with us, and they're speaking through sadness or they're speaking through anger, and we listen to these emotions and we hear them. Maybe that is it. Maybe that is all we have to do sometimes, is just give ourselves this space to, go in and just listen to what our emotions are actually trying to communicate with us. And yes, sometimes these emotions, they are hard to take in and, give the space to, especially when we believe that it's a bad thing to feel a certain way, to feel a certain emotion. And I think from my experience, the more and more that I'm ignoring these certain parts of me, they're not going anywhere. They're not going away. They're coming back stronger and stronger each time until, eventually they just smash down this barrier that I'm putting up to them. And I think it's just more about changing our perspective around our emotions and realizing that they're not just these random things which, arise in random moments. When we take the time to listen to them and understand them, that is when these emotions become our teachers. The world is not designed, currently anyway, to, help us move through these emotions. I think honestly it's more designed to capitalize on our weaknesses and the emotions we struggle with. And I do feel, taking ourselves inwards can feel fucking overwhelming. Like, it honestly feels like sometimes looking at like the most tangled pair of headphones that I just do not even want to bother looking at. That are just there. I know they're there and I know that they need untangling, but they're still usable even though they're tangled. This kind of relates to ourselves, and we can still function with a whole bunch of tangling and mumbling and jumbling, but we function a lot better when we are untangled. And to get to that, it's just a matter of going inwards and untangling. I think I'm just learning that to fully experience life, I have to experience one side of the coin to experience the other. To be able to experience the light and the sun, we have to experience the darkness and the moon. To experience love and joy, we have to experience grief and misery. And I feel like when I seek out joy and happiness and try keep my feet planted on one side of the coin, it kind of paradoxically creates less joy and happiness, because I'm going against, my natural state, my natural biology, which is to be constantly flowing, to be constantly moving through the cycles, to experience the day and experience the night. And yeah, this is easier said than done. I 100% get that. I struggle to, acknowledge certain parts of me which I would rather leave suppressed, and life would be easier if they were to be suppressed. But remember that our soul has chosen who we are because our soul knows we could handle the life that we have been given. It's just baby steps, just becoming aware slowly and surely, moving ourselves inwards more and more, dropping in moments of awareness. Maybe it's journaling, maybe it's reminders, maybe it's meditation, whatever it is. Maybe it's healthy eating that allows you to connect better with yourself. There are so many things. And I do need to say as well, I firmly believe in seeing professional help if we do struggle to navigate with our current set of tools that we have for dealing with our emotions. But I just think it is ever important to talk about emotions, especially with so much conscious awareness going on around emotional intelligence, emotional healing around the world. So yeah, hopefully this conversation was able to, just offer you some guidance and some value in some way to your own journey. This is, again, me sharing my own journey and my own learnings. And I really appreciate you tuning in and watching this video. It really, really means a lot. And I'll see you in the next chat. Peace.